Hello, I'm making just a quick video to go over what we're actually going to do with that drawing you did on graphing paper. You're going to take your drawing and you're going to transfer it into Desmos. Now, Desmos is an online graphing. You may have seen it before, used it before. If you look up here on one of my tabs that I'm circling around, it's that icon, and it should be down on your dock, somewhere on your Chromebook, because Desmos is on everybody's Chromebook. So click on that. I'm not sure which page is going to take you to. If it takes you to this page, then you're going to click here on Graphing Calculator. It might take you right to the Graphing Calculator. I'm not sure. But if I go back here and click Graphing Calculator, it's going to take me there anyway. Okay? The next thing you want to do is sign up or log in. I would try to log in first. Of course, you're going to use your school account. So I'm going to click on Login, and I'm going to choose a login with Google. And it's going to have me choose my Google account that I want to use. I'm going to use my school account. And it logged me in. You know, I could click on here, and it's telling me right here, nasdschools.org. So you want to log in. The next thing that you're going to want to do is, you want to title your graph. So, I don't know, name it your first name, your last name, and call it Snowman or whatever it is you're drawing. Whatever name you want to give it doesn't really matter, just so that you can find it. Okay, now it says it's saved, and if I look up here, this save is grayed out. No unsaved changes. But once I click in a box here and start typing something, look, this save button is going to turn green. Folks, Desmos does not auto-save, so you need to be cognizant of that, and you need to make sure you're saving every step of the way. All right, so we got you to sign in. We got you to be in an account. We got you to name your graph. And now we're going to talk about actually drawing shapes, okay? So you must use your original drawing that you did, that you submitted to me, to put into Desmos. Now, if you have any minor changes or you want to add something, please run that across me. It has to be approved, because I have a picture of what your drawing is, and that's what I got to see in Desmos, okay? Some students have their design was too basic, so you're going to want to add some stuff, because we want this to take, a few days. I'm going to give you some time in class to play around on Desmos and to explore. All right, so let's say I want to graph a circle in Desmos. I'm going to click into this box here, and I'm going to type in the equation of a circle. Maybe I want the equation now. I have to remember my equations and my transformations of functions. And this is part of why I wanted you to do, this activity or project in Desmos. So if I want to graph a circle, say x squared, maybe I want, now notice it's graphing a parabola, but I'm in the process of building my circle. So x squared plus y squared equals, now this is my circle that has a center of 0, 0. Okay, I got to figure out the radius. Well, maybe I want it to graph from -2 to +2, up and down, left and right. So my radius then would be 2, so I have to set this equal to 4, right? Because this right here has to be r squared. Okay, and notice it graphed my circle. Now, there are settings in here. If you are clicked in this box, and I click on the cog, I could change colors by clicking on this. And, maybe I don't want a red circle. Maybe I want a purple one. Maybe I want a dashed, or a dotted, or a solid. Maybe I can change the thickness. Nope, that's not going to change that. I think this will. Yes, that changes the thickness. If you saw what I did over here, changes the thickness of my line. So you could do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to click out of it, and I'm going to click done, and it's going to save that. Folks, if I want to shade the inside of my circle, I can change the equality to an inequality. And all I did was go in there and change the equal to a less than. Well, maybe I don't want it dashed and shaded inside. Maybe I want it solid. So if you notice over here in the lower left-hand corner, there's a keypad. And I can change that less than to less than or equal to, and it will give me a solid line. So I can click anywhere off of that just to see that piece. Folks, you can zoom out. You can zoom in. You can make these things as large or as small as you want. Now, if you want a bunch of different, a bunch of circles on here, I could copy this equation, well, this inequality, and I could paste it, say now it's blue, and it's going to graph right on top. But folks, you can use transformations of functions. And I'm just going to type in, I don't know, maybe I want this circle to have a center of 5, 5, right? So up here. Maybe I want the circle to be there. So I'm going to do x minus 5, quantity squared, and then y minus 5, quantity squared. And there's my circle that's shaded. Maybe I don't want that one shaded. Well, I could take this out. Maybe I want to shade instead inside. Maybe I want to shade outside. I don't know. Whatever your flair is. This is your design and your project. Maybe I just want a regular circle. Again, I showed you how to change colors. Right here, functions. You can use, and explore with some of these. Oops, I did not want to do that. So let me get rid of that. I'm going to click in a new box. Notice I got a green light here. I have to save. I'm going to click in the box. I'm going to go to one of my functions. Sign of X. There, I get a squiggly line. So maybe I want to play around with some water. All right, what's going to happen if I do -1 here? Not much. And what happens if I do -1 here? Oh, it's going to move it down. What about -3? Oh, it's going to move it down. Okay, transformations of functions. Folks, you do not always need a y equals, but of course, if you are doing circles, you need the x and the y. Parabolas. Maybe I'm doing a bunny rabbit and I need some floppy ears or something, or a puppy dog. I could do -2x. Okay. Well, that's a line, right? And I'm gonna leave that line there actually, and I'm gonna come here and do -2x squared to get my parabola. Okay. Now we're gonna play around with these. -2x squared. I want to move that up. I'm going to move it up 8 units and to the left 5 units. So up 8 units would be +8. There it goes. Left 5 units would be +5. There it goes. All right. I want to show you. I'm going to save this. I want to show you another thing because we can hide parts of these lines. Okay. So maybe I want to go on my linear line here. And I'm going to actually click on it. It's going to tell me that this is the one right here. I'm going to click on, it's not going to let me do that because of my video recorder. Well, that's okay. I'm going to specify the domain. I'm going to go from -5. I'm going to zoom out so I can see better. I want to take this from -5 to +5. So after my function, I do the braces, right? Because we have put domain in set notation. Okay. I'm going to go -5. -5 is less than x domain is x is less than positive 5. And I'm going to close that. Folks, look what happened on my drawing in my Desmos. It only is now showing me from there to there. Could have done the same thing with the y. Okay, maybe I wanted the range instead. So let's do y. Oh, look. It took it away. Let's change that back. So you just got to play around with it. The parabola. Maybe now the parabola has to be range because I want this part from 0 to 8 to show. That's all I want to show, that piece of the parabola. This stuff down yonder, it's in the way. It's an eyesore. So I'm going to braces. I'm going to go 0 is less than y, because that's my range, is less than 8, I believe I said, is where I wanted it. All right, so why isn't it showing it to me? What did I type wrong here? I want to go from, because I'm telling it less than. Let's do y. Y is greater than 0. It's not liking it, folks, and I'm not quite sure why. Hold on. Okay, so if I do not have the y equals, which I do not, it's not liking and not letting me put the range in. So in other words, I want it to be between 0 and 8. Okay, it's not liking it. But if I go and insert a y equals, there it is. Okay, so if I don't have the y equals in and all I have here is the x, well then folks, then I have to specify the domain and not the range. Okay, but again, this is all going to come to you by playing around with it. Maybe I want to go from -7 to -2. For my domain. Okay, maybe, you know, it's taking me this piece here, and I'm like, no, I don't want that piece. Well, where should I be? Maybe I should be at -3. Oh, there it is. I just want that piece. So again, this is all gonna come to fruition when you are just playing around with it. Okay, so I talked about signing in and putting circles on there, parabolas on there, shading the inside of the circle, changing the color. Folks, you could plot points. So if you wanted to put some dots on here, maybe I want, you know, a couple of dots inside. Maybe I want a dot there, what are the coordinates of this point right here? So x is 5, y is 6. So all I have to do here is do parenthesis 5, 6. I think I might need I need a comma is what I need. And then I close that, and it puts a dot right there. Maybe I want to put a point here at 4, 5. Parenthesis 4, 5. Puts another point there. Maybe I want to point at x is 5, y is 4, 5, 4. Okay. You get the idea. Again, you could change the colors of those. Here on my sine curve, maybe I only want part of it, so I'm going to change the domain. Maybe I want to go from -15 to +15. -15 is less than x is less than 15. So there it's I want -15. There it is. So it'll give me just that portion of it. Maybe this line Okay, now notice when I click on the line, I could either click here or I could click here. But once this starts growing, and I'm going to show you on that there's a lot of stuff on. Once this starts growing, and if you want to change something on this, it's going to be beneficial for you to actually click on that, and it'll take you right to the box where the equation is that you can change. We'll just change this one. Maybe, you know, I know it's this one here, the sign. It's not going to allow me because of this video recorder. Unless I can switch that. No, I can't. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me change this line. So I'm going to click on the line. I'm going to go settings. It's not going to allow me to do that either. I'll do this one. I'm going to click here and notice it's my circle. Change settings. Click on the actual color. And I don't want to do that. I want to change. Yeah, I do. Capacity 0 to 1. Fill. And click on the actual circle. Oh, I could toggle that off. So if I wanted to see what something looked like without something, I could toggle it back on. You see what I just did? I just clicked on this right here. If I decide that I don't want something, I could just click this X right here. But make sure that you don't want it, or maybe copy it, you know, on a clipboard. If you don't want it, you can just delete this box. Okay. I wanted to make this line dashed, but I know if I click here, and my video recorder is prohibiting me from picking that up. So I apologize for that. Maybe I can move. Ooh, I could get it this way. Ha. Okay, lines right here. So I could change that. I could also change the thickness of my line, which I already showed you how to do that for. Maybe I want it, you know, more defined or larger. And I can click done. You can make lots of changes here. Notice, green light, save. You certainly don't want to get through and have a whole bunch of stuff and then get out of this and try to work on it later. Close your laptop because you're not used to saving. You want to save, 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 save. All right, what else did I want to bring up? So you're going to take your drawing that you did on graphing paper, you're going to put it into Desmos using equations of lines and circles and parabolas. Play around here on this keyboard. Play around with some of the other functions. If you don't like them, then you could just delete them. I'll be honest with you, I have not played around with all of these functions. So I don't know what they all look like. You will be using equations and specifying domain and range. When you're done, I'm going to ask and request that you take a screenshot of your design. And then on Schoology, there's going to be a Desmos activity assignment. So this is going to tell you, sign into Desmos, give your design a name, complete your project on Desmos, and upload a screenshot of your completed design. You will also need a copy of the URL of your page. So whatever your design is, you're going to come up here, and you're going to copy that URL to your Desmos and put it in the comments section on the Desmos activity. All right, so that when I want to go and look at it online, I have the link that's going to take me right to your Desmos, like Evan's. Okay, click on Evan's and show you what Evan did a couple of years ago. Okay, here's Evan's design. Now notice there are a lot of equations here. Just got to play around. Look, these are all straight lines. Y is 12, Y is 14, Y is 14. And specifying the domain for each of them. Here, he went ahead and specified the range for the x equals, right? Because x equals is the vertical line. You only have range, you don't have domain. and then save, 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 save. Okay? So if you have any questions on this, please just reach out and let me know. You just got to play around with some of the functions. You want to save, save, save. You want to give it a name. And, just ask questions in class. Or for you e-learners, come into a Google Meet. Send me a message. We can meet up and we can talk about some things. But most of all, I really want you just to have fun with this. It's the end of the year, and this is our last project. It's an easy peasy grade that should be fun to do. This should not be stressful. So let me know how I can help you, and I look forward to seeing your projects. Have a great day.